What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. Welcome back to the channel. So you read the title. Today we are talking about Salad AI because my 5090s are finally earning again. Demand is high right now for the 5090s and a few other cards. So today I want to take you through all that, show you what else is popping right now as far as the demand, check out what mine is earning. Let's see if it's actually worth it and see how long this might last. Let's get into it. Okay, welcome into the mining room. Let's quickly walk you through what we're working with here. So we don't have a ton of stuff online at the moment as we are mid renovation of our new property. So this will all be getting moved over very quickly along with the other gear. So to start, this is my Epic motherboard, the EPYC 7B112. So I originally bought this because I was using dual 5090s for AI rentals, but they just weren't getting rented. So we've jumped over to Salad. Now that's just the monitor for all of these screens. So this is definitely an overkill CPU for what we need here, but for now, we're gonna make it work. We may do a bit of swapping around later, but I'll show you a bit more about that when we get to the computer. So then the other two Salad rigs we have right here. This is one of those mini PC boards, the Minis Forum 7945HX CPU, and another Pallet 5090. Should mention that's an Asus TUF 5090, the Pallet down here. So these CPUs are great because they're super low power. And then this is a 7950X with a white Zotac edition 5090. So these both have 64 gigabytes of RAM, 1 and 2, and this one with 128. So that's the three 5090s that we're running. I won't bore you with too many more details of what's going on at the moment, except for the fact that this little 7945HX might soon be paired up with that just to save a little bit more power. But those are the three rigs online. So let's jump on over to the computer and start having a look at some of the numbers to see how much they're actually making. All right, so before we get into the earnings and what they're currently earning right now, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on something. For you guys, if you're watching this video, I'm sure a lot of you are on Salad or have been on Salad before. So you might have hopefully heard about the proposal to go onto Render Network. So we've got the post right up here. So Render Network is basically, like it says, it provides decentralized GPU compute services for next-gen 3D rendering applications, AI, and ML. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? I quite like it because it means that there's going to be more jobs available. I guess the only downside is that, right, for us miners and guys with rental rigs, we want to be using as little power as possible. So rendering obviously is going to be using a little more power, but I still think it's a good thing. It might make use of a lot of those other GPUs that just aren't getting rented at all. So let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. I'm all for it, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. So moving over to the demand page to start. So this is something we haven't seen in quite a little while. This 5090 is in high demand. So the average earning rate about 17.5 cents. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but we'll check out the power in a minute because these jobs that I'm on at the moment are using next to nothing, which is absolutely ideal, especially if you've got a higher, sort of electric rate. I personally have got solar, and soon at my new property we'll be off grid completely. We've got a 42 kilowatt battery there, so we won't be paying electricity bills, which is fantastic. So 3090s up there high as well. The 4090s, as per usual, are always getting rented on Salad. They're obviously the favorite card and the most in demand. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen Modern Mining's YouTube channel. Go check him out if you haven't. He's got, I think, 4 or 5 or so 4090s and is making some really good money off those on Salad. So check him out. 4090s, I was going to get them, but for $2-3 grand a pop, whatever they were, I bought 5090s instead. So that's where we've ended up. Now let's talk about some earnings. So you can see right here, we've got our three 5090s online right now. So the 7950X, the 7945HX, and that Epic motherboard, which looks like it just fell off a job. That was on about a 16 cent an hour job or so. That's just fallen off. It's only been upline about 3 hours, right? It was on Octaspace, but it's getting nothing on Octaspace. It's making like $2 a week. So we're chucking it right now onto Salad. So we've got 3 5090s on Salad, you know, making 20 cents an hour, 21 cents an hour, and hopefully again 20 cents an hour. This rig, like we said, has only just gone online, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. I'm sure it'll pick up one of these jobs, but I don't think the Epic is necessary. Our plans with this are to take that other 7945HX motherboard that you saw just before, and put that paired up with the 5090. We can save a little bit of power there. So last 24 hours have been really, really good. This 7945HX fell off a job for about 8 or 9 hours, but has jumped right back on. So, you know, you can see our hourly right now, you know, it's been around 40 cents pretty consistently, you know, 38 to 40 cents, even higher, 42 cents. And hopefully we can bump that up to about 60 or so now, once we get this this last Epic motherboard with the 5090 up and running. So the last week has been sort of pretty up and down. I did have permanent constant jobs for the for both rigs, but I did do an update, which I guess is necessary, and they fell off. And then of course we had to shut our rigs down because we're doing some last minute renovations here for the sale of the property. But you know, to check the aggregate out, $5 a day, $2, then back up to $8 to $9 a day, and so on and so forth. So hopefully it can stay at sort of right around this range, because, you know, being Australian, you know, $8 a day is actually $12 a day for me, right? And it's kind of a 1-to-1 ratio, so you can kind of get for $1 US what you can for $1 Aussie dollar. So it's amazing for me that everything's in US dollars. It kind of means that I'm earning 50% more in theory than you'd imagine. So, you know, about $12 a day or so. If we were to get all of these rented at 20 cents an hour pretty consistently, that'd be 60 cents. You can see that there. Times that 1.5 is 90 cents. You know, times 24 is $21 a day. So that's what we're aiming for. And I have heard that these 5090 jobs may stick around for a while. I'm going to leave my 5090s on here, get right up the top of that priority ladder, because I want to be able to keep these things online, get paid in PayPal. I'm sick of getting paid in crypto. Hasn't worked out. We're in the bear market now, so we'll take the dollars where we can get them. So, you know, current earning rates around 60 Aussie cents or around 40 US cents. Now let's check out the power that they're using. Right, so this is a 7950X, is using 122 watts. We've also got the 7945HX using 94 watts. And then we've got this Epic, oh, you don't want to see that? That's some work videos. This way, 160 watts right there. So we add the 160, that brings us to 374 watts, so nothing, right? You divide that by 1,000 to get your kilowatt hour rate, times that by 24, times that by my effective electricity rate, which is 20 cents. You know, would be spending 2 Aussie dollars a day on electricity, earning in revenue $20, so maybe an $18 profit. That's sort of where we want to end up, but we'll just have to see. All right, we'll have to see if these can stick around. Hopefully this Epic rig can pick up another job, and hopefully this demand stays really, really high. So that is going to wrap it up, guys. Just a really quick one. Wanted to let you guys know that the 5090s are back in high demand, as well as a few of the other 3090s and 4090s if you wanted to get your rigs online. As we mentioned earlier, let me know what you think about that render network. I'm all for it, but interested to hear some other people's opinions on it. Make sure you like the video, guys, if you like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!